Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rack and Rock Chronicles here on YouTube. And you thought we were done with the backcountry gear list. I know you did. But we are making some changes after doing a little more research, talking with some other folks, looking at some different products. We have found a few things to adjust our pack list, which I know if you're watching the channel, we've sent it out to hundreds of people via email. So if you are interested, please head over to our Facebook page and message us your email address, and we will get that gear list in the Excel form or Excel spreadsheet to you so that you guys have a starting point when you're looking to start your gear list as well. If you remember a while back, we talked about a first aid kit. A lot of the lists that are out there, they're just little Ziploc bags filled with band-aids and whatnot. Doesn't really serve the purpose in the backcountry. God forbid something happens, you want to be able to take care of yourself or your hunting partner or whomever. We did a kit that was originally in there, and it was a good kit. We looked elsewhere. We liked that kit, but we found something better. So we're going to show that to you right now. So it's a two-part system here. So this is from Adventure Medical Kits. This is their Sportsman's 300. So it's 6 people, 7 days is how many people this kit will take care of. The kit that we showed you before from My Medic was a single person. So God forbid something happened to yourself and your hunting partner and you only had one kit, you're kind of in trouble. So this kit, basically same weight, but a lot more product inside and a lot more people that it can handle. Now granted, 7 days, this is using the kit. If you had to use the kit every day, it will basically last for 7 days. The trip that we talked about and that we used the gear list for was a 9-day trip. If you're not using this every day, it'll get you through 9 days. So they do make one step up from this, the Sportsman's 400. So I'm going to kind of just briefly go through what's inside. So you've got wilderness and travel medicine and comprehensive guide. So it's going to tell you how to use the product if a situation occurs that you don't know what to do. You've got Thermometer, afterbite wipes, Diamode, Aspirin, Ibuprofen, Acetaminophen, and an antihistamine. The field trauma pack, which is removable, and I'll open this up here in a second. You have a trauma bandage, trauma pad, sterile gauze dressing, nitrile gloves, self-adhering bandages, triangular bandages, duct tape, EMT shears, CPR face mask shield, splinter and tick remover forceps, moleskin, which is pre-cut, safety pin, pencil, patient assessment form, and on here it tells you, I'm going to try to get close, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it'll actually tell you the quantity of each of those items in here. So it's not like you're just getting one of everything, you're getting multiples of most of this. You go over to the wound care, you have wound irrigation tool, wound closure strips, sterile gauze dressing in 2 different sizes, sterile non-adhered dressing, gauze bandage, cloth tape, nitrile gloves again, cotton tip applicator, and then bandages, triple antibiotic ointment, antiseptic wipes, alcohol swabs, and tincture of benzoin. So this is really like an all-in-one type kit. So I'm going to open it up so you can kind of see. So they have everything packed super nice, and I believe it's, let's see here. Yeah, the field trauma kit. So this piece is actually removable. So you could take that in your day pack, leave the rest of the kit at camp. So that's super well thought of. So you're not packing the whole kit in a day pack. Now, obviously, we talked about with the last kit that first aid kit is great. It's a must-have in any type of backcountry situation. I keep one in the truck. There'll be one in the river rat once it gets here. So if we're out fishing and something happens, probably won't be as expansive. But one big thing when you're dealing with any type of weapon, so you're going to have a bow, you're going to have a rifle, you may have a sidearm, things of that nature. Something goes awry, something happens, that you actually have a wound from a projectile of some sort, you're boning your game, you slice your hand open. So this is what they call the trauma pack. It's a quick clot. So this is extremely important to have. So basically these bags are 100% sealed. There's no water or anything getting in them. So this, you keep in the lid of your pack along with your first aid kit. But this is to help stop actual bleeding. So you by accident cut your hand open, you get cut by a broadhead, you have a misfire with a rifle or a handgun and there's a bullet wound. This is basically everything you'll need to stop that bleeding. So it includes a quick clot gauze, trauma pad, nitrile gloves, duct tape, triangular bandage, sterile gauze dressings in 2 sizes, the conforming gauze bandage, the antiseptic wipes, resealable bag, and a trauma response instructions. So right here states on the back of the bag, the ability to control bleeding quickly can be the difference between life and death. And it's a true story. Most law enforcement officers carry these. They have a smaller version that goes actually inside their bulletproof vests. Though EMTs carry them, but this is a necessity. Again, adventure medical kits. So hopefully you'll see a lot more with product as far as adventure medical kits. But guys, these are priced very well. And can you really put a price on safety or a life and death situation, to not have it with you? So even if these things cost $100 a piece, $150 a piece, it's something for that peace of mind. If something goes wrong, you can at least start procedures in order to stop bleeding, save someone until EMT or rescue get there. You see all these people that get lost and they're on their own and they're hurt. They don't have first aid kits. They're using pieces of clothing to help try and stop bleeding and whatnot. It's only going to go so far. So these 2 items, yes, it's a 2-piece, but again, this is for multiple people. This is not just a single person kit. Most guides and outfitters, I know just from being a fishing guide here in Pennsylvania, we have to carry first aid supplies. You have to be CPR and first aid registered. So these things are huge. It's a must-have for any guide and outfitter to have with them. In 99.9% of that industry, these things are that's on the checklist every year. Okay, check the first aid supplies. I went through a couple years ago, and previous to that, had my wilderness first responders card so that I can go out on search and rescues and have the necessities and know how to take care of certain wounds. So first aid kits, in my opinion, that should be right up there with your pack, your tent, your weapon of choice. These things should be in everybody's pack if you're going in the backcountry. These little Ziploc bag deals with little pieces of this, that, or the other thing, don't cut it. Now, if I'm doing a day hike and I'm local, maybe I'm in New Jersey or New York, but I'm only going on a day hike, obviously this kit is not what I would be taking, but Adventure Medical Kits makes a bunch of different kits, so check them out. The reality of this kit versus the other kit, just with certain things that are in the kits, the only thing this one doesn't have is the Tourniquet, which you could purchase separately and put it in there. That is one thing I would definitely recommend for every person to have, whether it's for yourself, you have it for your group, or you're just out on a hike and you are first aid certified or wilderness first aid, first responder or first aid certified. A tourniquet is a thing that, you know, back 10 years ago nobody ever talked about them. Nowadays it's more of a thing. So the ability to know how to use one, when to use one, is a big thing, and they're not that expensive either. So definitely something I would take a look at. But Adventure Medical Kits, it's adventuremedicalkits.com. You can look at all the trauma packs, all the different quick clot products, and all of their different first aid kits. So we'll actually be looking at a couple other ones, because this will be in my main pack for whenever we're out in the backcountry. And then they do make one that's a little bit smaller than this that I'll probably put in the river rat when it gets here, because it does have a dry storage area under one of the seats. And if not, I can always put it into my cooler and leave it in there, because nothing's going to happen to anything in here that if it gets cold. So again, check them out, guys, and it will tell you right on the front of the bag. Get up close here. So right here, it's 6 persons, 7 nights or 7 days. And then what is really cool, so instead of having to buy a whole new kit, you know, you use some equipment out of it, whatnot, refillyourkit.com, and it gives you the part numbers on what was actually in this kit, so that if you go through the checklist, which is on this side of it, or the packing list, then you can literally go to that website and just repurchase the pieces that were used out of here, and then you'll have a full kit again. So adventuremedicalkits.com, guys, check them out. You know, tell them Rack and Rod sent you, and don't forget to click the little subscribe button at the bottom of this video. Click the little bell for notifications. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and we will see you in Season 2 Carbon TV, kicking off in less than a week and a half. We'll talk to you later.